Hey, it's KV5 MIQ, big boy. I don't even know what take this is. Guys, the winner picks from our 1100 subs giveaway, Craig and Tim, both picks will be at the end of this video. Thanks for you guys for entering. Everybody, thanks to everybody who entered. Congratulations on the winners. Um, Normally, y'all know we're doing the MFJ reviews now. I had two tuners and a volt gauge I was going to do next Saturday night. But one of the tuners they sent was a 939 IntelliTuner, and it was set up for an ICOM rig, and I don't have an ICOM HF rig. So WD5HKV and K1ENT Kent and Jeff both agreed to do the use them, shoot some video for them, and I think they've done a real good job. The tuner is a very impressive tuner. They both cover some really good aspects of it, and I urge you to watch them all the way through and watch both videos. In fact, found a baby picture ham radio cat I'm gonna put on there with the winter pics at the end of this. Guys, remember MTC is having all kinds of end of year sales going on right now. Bunch of good stuff coming out on their website. And also MFJ, thanks for entrusting us with this. And guys, if you call MTC and order anything, or if you call MFJ to order anything, and remember MTC is an MFJ dealer, and you heard about them on here, tell them you heard about them here on KB5 MIQ. I'd appreciate it. Guys, hope y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoy these review videos. And next Saturday night, we'll be doing another review video. KB5 MIQ Big Boy 73. Hey guys, we're here at Jeff's WD5HKV's QTH. He's my good friend, and my Elmer got me into this hobby. He's been using this MFJ 939 IntelliTuner this week. We're fixing to do a review on. I'm going to let Jeff tell us a little bit about it. Also, Jeff, love this new shack. Man, you got this shack looking good. Okay, Jeff, this is a WD5HKV Jeff here. So tell us what you think about this MFJ 939 IntelliTuner.
Okay, I've ran it through a few bands, and we'll run it. We'll do a quick test on it. I think it's already lined up here, but we'll put it on another frequency here in a minute and check it. It's real quick to tune. According to the manual I've got pulled up here, it'll memorize up to around 2,000 or more frequencies. So you can go right back to a frequency and it'll tune. It'll remember it for you. So it's got some good features about it. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's just hit a tune button and it tunes, you know, so there's really nothing to it. They're all 939 models, but depending on what radio you have, it'll be like a 939i, which would be for ICOM, or a 939y for Yaesu or whatever, or Kenwood, or whatever the case is.
And this is the ICOM version.
As far as I can tell through the manual, it's just a matter of the programming cable and probably the way it's programmed inside, I would think too. Would depend. So if you bought one, you would probably want to tell them, well, I have a ICOM whatever model, and they would, or Kenwood or Yaesu or whatever, and they'd send you the right cable with it, and probably have the right programming in it too, for what I know about it. And you can also run this without it being interfaced into your radio. It does come with this power cord, of course, and I put a what do you call Anderson power pole on the end of it for convenience for me to hook it up. Of course, I got a Bino battery there. It's got that on it, and I've got my power supply on it too. And if you notice, it's an MFJ power supply as well, 30 amp, probably about 12 years old or so.
That's cool.
Still servicing me good, so it's really lasted good. So we can run it through a frequency here, and let's go to, I've got it on a multi-band antenna out there. So we're going to go to, let's jump over to 15 meters. Let's jump over to 15 meters. And we'll pick a frequency, say about, which is in my range, which would be, let's just say 21 over 25 is the bottom. And there's a little bit of activity on 15 meters today. Wow.
A little CW activity.
Let's go to 90 here, 2190. Let's on the other side, make sure nobody's there. I will send my call out just so they know I'm on there. And all you got to do, since this is hooked into the radio via the interface cable, mine's got a tune feature on it, tuner feature, which it's not built in, but it does operate the external tuner in this case. So we're gonna hit it, and it's already there. Probably because I've been playing on it. So
good. But that's cool.
It does remember it. Now you can go to. Let's go to the other end of the spectrum. Let's go to, and I'm looking at the chart here so I don't get off frequency. 21,450 is the end, so we're gonna go, let's say 440, okay? 21, right. 440. We'll do the same thing again here. And it's already there too, so, I mean, it didn't really tune because it remembered those frequencies. I shouldn't have done them on all of them, I guess. But
well, that's good. That shows it is got good memory to it.
We could even go up to 10 meters. That's the bottom of the band there. Nothing's happening on there, I guess. All right, Wendy, you see it do it?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna key up right here and we'll just see. There's I've got it set on SWR. And it's rating about 1.5 to 1 there.
You done wrong with that.
Somewhere in that neighborhood. And that's just the ID since I transmitted.
All right.
So now, I'll tell you what, we'll bump it up. Let's go to the other end of the world on 10 meters to, we'll say 2910, which is getting on up toward the other end there. And we can go as high as 29.7, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
29.
Let me double check because yes, 29.7 is a high end. So let's go to the other end of the world here. Let's just make it say 605.
All right.
Let's hit the 10 first.
That's quick. That tunes. Yep.
It's showing a little under, about 1.4 or something. And I don't know how accurate this meter is. It's probably close. I'm sure it is.
So for the money, you think that's pretty good tuner.
Sure,
It's only
sure
rated.
it is. Sure it is.
200 watt tuner. It's not rated for an amp, but that's good for running barefoot.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It'll I mean, it works on you can get one for whatever radio you have, and it's got a feature on it called a sticky tune. And I probably might not read this right to you, but you can use it on a radio again that does not have the interfacing and all with it like we do on this one.
Right.
I was going to read off some of the. Here they are. Right? No, that's the. I had all this figured out for you.
Oh, that's all right.
Features right here. Features. Now this is what it says in the book. It'll automatically matches antennas from 6 to 1600 ohms impedance. SWR up to 32 to 1.
Well, that's good.
So I don't know. You could put a set of bed springs on it, but you could put something on it.
Yep.
And it would do a pretty good job. It handles 200 watt sideband CW, tunes in less than 15 seconds, usually less than 5, and I found that to be true.
Yep.
Usually under 5 seconds. 200. It's got 4 banks of no, I'm sorry, 8 memory banks with over 2,500 memories per bank. And you choose the banks. It's one of the buttons you hit, and it'll beep so many times, like that. Like that's number 2 bank.
Okay.
And so forth. So there's eight banks you could pick from to
All right.
do it. And that's kind of basically it. I mean, as far as using it, there's not a lot
All right.
other stuff to do.
Well, Jeff, I sure appreciate you checking that out for us.
Okay.
I don't have an ICOM rig at the moment, and
One more plug for MFJ here. If you notice, we got several MFJ items. Of course, the power supply. I've got an old Keir here that Kent K1ENT let me have, and of course the tuner and dummy load, and also a antenna SWR analyzer, and they're very good analyzers. I've got a lot of good use out of that for the money. It's been a really good one.
well, Jeff, I appreciate you doing that, buddy. And we're gonna check out the travel tuner next. This KB5 MIQ Big Boy.
Hi, I'm Kent, amateur radio station K1ENT, and Dave, KB5 MIQ, has brought over a MFJ Autotuner. So today we're going to take a look at this MFJ Autotuner, try it out, and see how it works. We'll be hooking it up to the ICOM 7300, which already has an Autotuner inside of it. So it's sort of redundant, but we'll try it out and see how it works. So the MFJ 939i, which is for the ICOM radio, has 20,000 memory locations in the, well, they're non-volatile memory locations. So every time you adjust it for a frequency, it stores the settings in there to make it even faster on the next tune. And as we'll see here, it's pretty quick to tune. So we have the radio set up for 28.5, and we'll put it on FM. We'll turn the RF power down to about 20 watts or so, 20%. That's probably less than 20 watts, but it's enough to make the tuner tune. And then you simply key up the radio. Let's turn up the power. We'll turn this to 150 watts over here on the power meter. This is Kilo 1, Echo November Tango, K1ENT, test 1, 2. The SWR over here on this meter, absolute 0, 1 to 1. Let's go to 75 meters, and we'll see how quick it tunes up 75 meters. That quick. That quickly. So let's try another frequency. Let's try 10 megahertz. That quick. It's within a half a second this thing tunes up any band. It's ridiculous. Oh, hey, how about 160 meters? How quick do you think it'll do this? Turn it on AM, of course. And it's that quick. This is an impressive tuner.
What's in the box?
Well, maybe that might be enough light to see what's going on in here. So, this is basically has networks of inductors. These are your inductors. And then it has a network of capacitors over here.
There are 8 relays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that turn on or off. Basically, it puts them in series or takes them out of series. So that these 8 relays give you 256 combinations of inductance, and then these 8 relays over here give you another 256 levels of capacitance. This relay here switches between the capacitance to the input side or switches the capacitance to the output side. Altogether, the 8 relays give you 64,000 different combinations of capacitance and inductance, and with this extra relay in here, doubles that again, so you get 131,000 different levels of, well, different settings. Let's just say it that way. Different settings. There is somewhere in here a microcontroller. Where is it at? I'm going to bet that the microcontroller is probably in this front end of the display, because there's a very large ribbon cable that goes up to this front end. Kind of looks like maybe there's a, kind of looks like, yeah, okay, it's right there. Right down in here is where, on the other side of the circuit board, is where the microcontroller sits. So they've kind of shielded the microcontroller away from all the radio frequencies going around here. That's pretty good design. This chip here basically is a Darlington array that is driven by this microcontroller to switch in or out relays depending on what values it needs to do. It has a little sampler that pulls off the frequency off the input, so it knows what frequency you're on, and based on the frequency it can then determine from the reflected voltage on the output. I think that's the output. No, this is the input and this is the output. So it has a sampler on here that basically a frequency counter in the microcontroller at the front. The microcontroller then determines, based on that frequency and the reflected voltage that it's getting back, what algorithms it needs to figure to hook the antenna up. I think this relay switches between supposed to be between 2 different antenna outputs. At least on the schematic diagram it showed 2 different outputs, but this one does not seem to have 2 different antenna outputs, so I'm not sure what purpose that serves. I'll have to look at it again, but it could be for the inductance too. All surface mount technology, well, mostly surface mount technology, except for the heavy duty capacitors. These inductors, obviously, they're going to be through hole. Big capacitor, it's hard to get a big capacitor without a through hole like that. Altogether, pretty slick technology they got in this little box. And there appears to be some jumper settings here. I'm not sure exactly what they do. Doesn't really say. Probably some options on the microcontroller. Could even be a JTAG, so they can program the microcontroller at the factory. But pretty simple, pretty straightforward, tiny little package. This thing only measures, I mean, for what it does and the power capacity that it holds, we're talking 6.5 inches by probably another 6 or 7 inches. Yeah, 6 by 7 by 1.5 inches tall. Real small package. This would probably even work really good mobile. If you're doing any HF mobile and you got a 102-inch whip or something like that, this this tuner might just be the trick for you. Might just do it.
I appreciate Dave KB5 MIQ for allowing me to use this MFJ 939 and doing a little review for him. Neat little unit, $179. I don't think you can go wrong for a barefoot radio and a random wire antenna. It's hard to beat something. It tunes up quicker than two shakes of a lamb's tail, and pretty neat. 73s to y'all, and we'll catch you on the flip side.